My day-to-day activities are machining actuation components for the trailing edge of the 767 and 737 aeroplane programs. Something I really like about Boeing is you're always challenged, there's always constant challenges, and that's come with a brand new factory opening, and it always has to keep you thinking, you always have to work and focus at your best. So really I can't appreciate the training centre enough for the training that it provided me and also the opportunities that it's given me to be able to progress so quickly in my career, learn so much knowledge, so many skills in such a short time.
What makes us a little bit different is that we aren't just using apprentices to staff our operations team. Really, apprentice machinists are the core of our operations team here for Boeing Sheffield, and indeed we cannot be successful without making our apprentice machinists successful, and the AMRC is a great partner to do that.
The really impressive thing about Joel is to be 18 months into his apprenticeship, going from starting in manual milling through to these incredibly complex machines producing aerospace parts. It's just phenomenal the effort that Joel's put in. His commitment to the work that he does and the way that he conducts himself every day are really something he should be incredibly proud of, and that's the reason that we think he'd be a prime candidate for Apprentice of the Year.
As my short-term goals, I'd like to finish my apprenticeship with Boeing and become a competent machinist, to work my way up the ladder, maybe going into the team lead, so I'm leading the whole cell rather than just running a machine. As a long-term goal, I'd like to go into the management here at Boeing Sheffield, or even move into a factory in America and be leading one of those as well.
As a design apprentice at Factory 2050, my day-to-day role would be creating CAD models for robots, which includes mating plates and interface plates. I've also been getting involved in the mechanical side of engineering, so I've learned how to use certain tools, the machinery and how different metals and materials work together. What I really like about working here is the opportunities that are here. There's never just one thing to do, and it's never boring when you walk in on a day-to-day basis. The training centre taught me how to use CAD, rapid prototyping, how to program a CNC machine and other little life skills that you would need in a company. So when I first came into Factory 2050, I just sat down and carried on with my work like I knew what I was doing.
Rebecca, as a first-year apprentice, has integrated seamlessly here at Factory 2050. She's done that through the use of her soft skills, enabling her to communicate with all members of staff really effectively, which is something we really don't see very often from both new starters who've got experience and apprentices. Her bringing that skill set in has enabled her to really gel and become an integral member of the team here at Factory 2050.
In the future, I would like to move up to higher education so I can gain all the qualifications that are needed to become an experienced engineer. I would really like to become part of a management role because I'd like to build my way up in life. I just don't want to stay in the same position. This is why I've come into the engineering world, because there's a lot of opportunities there.
My current role at Cobra is an apprentice welder and fabricator. We do TIG welding, we make aftermarket stainless steel performance exhausts for cars. Some of my highlights at the AMRC Training Centre were that I've met new people in a similar role. I've developed as a person and as an employee, and I received the Spotlight Award last year. Career aspirations is to develop my skills further and become the best employee I can be at Cobra.
Lee joined us probably 18 months ago. He's developed as a person, developed as an employee and basically come out of his shell. I think this nomination is fitting tribute to efforts he's put in whilst he's been here. And I see big things for him here at company as a welder.
Pryor is a company that's been running since 1849. It specialises in marking technology and is known worldwide. My day-to-day activities include working on mechanical maintenance and working in the fitting shop, working on standard products and design-to-order products. One thing I like about the AMRC Training Centre is the wide range of practical skills learned, because this has allowed me to settle into a company working on new and really old equipment.
Mary's been with the company just under a year now. She's taken to working in a male environment very, very well. She's hopefully going to have a future in maintenance, but she's also going to be crossing over into the fitting shop. She picks everything up very, very quickly. She's settled in really well. She asks lots and lots of questions, and she's always coming up with ideas that could move things on, and also working on projects which eventually will save the company some money.
In the future, I'd like to be in charge of my own small team of engineers. To do this, I'd like to take my education towards a degree level, and I'm hoping to do this with the AMRC Training Centre.